Okay, good morning once again. So welcome to this subject, our first day of classes in FINTSAR, which is Applied Regression and Time Series for Financial Research. So as the name suggests, this is applied regression. So we're going to look at some journals that make use of regression, particularly multiple regression, and some may be logistic, multinomial regression. There are different types of regression, and multiple regression is just one of them. So in this subject, we're going to learn the other types of regression where multiple regression will not be valid. So for example, maybe in your FinStat before, you learned that you can use regression, multiple linear regression, when your dependent variable is continuous. For example, you'd like to see the effect of let's say macroeconomic attributes, macroeconomic variables like GNP, GDP, employment rate, inflation rate on the return of a stock. So your dependent variable, your response variable is the return of the stock, no? Whatever stock there is. And it's a continuous variable. Pag sinabi natin continuous, simply put, decimal siya. It can carry on decimals, no? Unlike pag integral or integer lang, hindi siya pwedeng decimals. So yung multiple regression is limited to that. The independent variables can be of any form. It can be integer. It can be continuous. It can be nominal. Okay? It can be a nominal variable or a factor. So walang restriction sa independent variable. Pero pagdating na sa dependent variable, dapat continuous lang siya. Okay? Now, what about if your dependent variable is you're in a hospital setting, in a medical setting, you're looking at the possibility that a patient, that a respondent, the one that you're interviewing, is prone to cancer or not. So based on certain attributes like age, weight, height, let's say the body mass index, whether that person is a smoker or not, whether the person exercises, these factors, and you like to predict whether that person will be prone to cancer or not. Okay, whatever cancer of the part of the body. Okay, let's say cancer of the throat. So that's why you're using whether the person is a smoker or not, or cancer of the lungs. Right? So if that is your dependent variable, kung yung respondent is prone to cancer or not, hindi na pwede yung multiple linear regression doon. Bakit? Kasi yung dependent variable natin can either take either yes or no, which is nominal, or we can convert that yes or no into a 0 or 1. So what happened now to your dependent variable? Your dependent variable is now a 1. So pwede na siyang parang integer na siya, no? 1 or 0 na. So in that case, guys, hindi na pwede multiple linear regression. We will have to use another form of regression which we call logistic regression. Okay? So yung logistic regression, ginagamit yan in that case. All right? Okay, so there are other things that we're going to study in this course. Okay, so we're also going to learn in greater detail regression diagnostics. So hindi lang kasi pwede na nakuha na natin yung answer, we were able to generate the parameters, the slope for, let's say, the GDP, GNP, employment rate, inflation rate, when we're trying to predict the return of the stock. It's not enough for us to just say the equation of the return of the stock is such and such. Okay, hindi lang basta-basta pwede yun. Kailangan tingnan natin, valid ba yung ano natin? Valid ba yung regression model? Diyan papasok class yung diagnostics. No? So sa diagnostics, titingnan natin yung assumptions ng classical linear regression model. Are the residuals constant? Are they constant over the value of the parameters? No? So we're going to take a look at heteroskedasticity or homoskedasticity, for example. Okay, so let me pause for a while. But chat nga guys, did you ever encounter in your previous subject yung term na, let me type that, heteroskedasticity. Did you have a chance to study this term? Heteroskedasticity. Not yet. Okay, thank you. Right. How about the others? Yung answer nyo, class, please share with everyone so that everyone will see. Yan. Okay, good. Good. Because this is an opportunity for us to learn those concepts. Kasi where FinStud ends, FINTSAR begins. No? Hindi pa pwede yung, okay na, sa Excel or sa Jamovi, binigay ng regression output. Not too fast, guys. We will have to validate kung okay ba yung model na yan. So, dyan papasok yung Regression Diagnostics. Okay. And then, okay, let me ask another question. Dun ba sa nyo, sa preview sa FinStud, nag-ano ba kayo? Did you do what we call, yan, did you do what we call stepwise regression? Chat please kung yes or no. Sorry for the spelling, that's stepwise, W-I-S-E. Did you do that? Chat nga, please, yes or no? Okay, good. Thank you everyone. Okay, this is good. I'm happy with that because this is an opportunity for us to learn about these things. Okay? All right, so, and not only will we focus on, and there are other topics in the analysis, pinala natin sa baba, no? Ito yung ano natin, ito yung pinaka-outline natin. If all of you were my students in FinStud before, then we would have dispensed with this, we would have not discussed this anymore, introduction to R and R Studio. But we will have to meet halfway, class. Okay. Sandali lang guys. Sorry about the barking. All right, so we would have not taken this anymore, but since most of you, I guess 95% of you were not my students before, so we will have to go through this, but we will have to meet halfway. What do I mean by halfway? I'm not going to spend 3 weeks, 4 weeks on introducing R and R Studio to you. Okay, we're not going to do that. I'm just going to share with you some videos that you should watch on your own to help you start in the journey of learning R. Okay, so yung unit 1 and 2, I'm thinking of I don't know if we're still going to go to unit number 3, maybe briefly, and then share with you videos on how to use ggplot2 as a package. Okay, you see guys, this is the main reason why we're using R as compared to Jamovi. Ang Jamovi, wala siyang mga packages. Ang packages guys are software, are programs or codes created by other people and then kino-contribute yun sa R and R Studio. Ganoon din sa Python. So kasi ano siya, yung public siya. It's a freeware. So people create codes so that it can be used in R and R Studio. And would you believe there are, I think to date, there are more than 20,000 packages. Ibig sabihin 20,000 families of codes that can be used for R. And the contributions come from various fields, from the social sciences, from the medical sciences, from economics, from finance. Marami nagko-contribute dun sa R. Kaya in whatever field you are, kunyari nasa mathematics, no? Ang dami nang gumawa ng codes in R and R para sa math. So you can easily access that. Okay, alam to ng mga students ko sa sa FinStud. We have used several packages in FinStud. In fact, yung first 3 ito din yung outline namin nung FinStud. So we had several weeks on the use of this very powerful data visualization tool called ggplot2. But don't worry, guys. It's just a matter of your let's say you being responsible and you being really passionate about learning this, and you'll be able to follow along in no time at all. So kailangan lang everyone, kailangan lang ng konting investment ng time. Okay? Kailangan lang ng konti, lalo na for the first few weeks, no? Kasi medyo bago yung R&R studio sa inyo. So you will really need to spend some time watching videos, learning how to navigate through R&R studio. But I guarantee you it will be really worth it, no? Pagkatapos yun ng subject na to, medyo yung degree of competence yun sa R&R studio will be magiging from nothing to at least moderate, no? And if you keep on using it. So the real topic here is this one from Unit 4. Okay? The first part will be Unit 4 hanggang Unit 10. So kita nyo, everyone, kita nyo na napaka-detailed ng regression natin dito. Okay? Itong si Unit 14 nga pala, i-reposition natin to, ilalagay natin sa Unit 11. Okay? Kasi yung generalized linear models, yan ay yung logistic regression, multinomial regression, two-bit regression. These are now the different types of linear regression. Okay, aside from regression, we have time series analysis. Okay, pa-chat nga please kung nag-time series analysis kayo sa FinStud nyo. Kung umabot kayo ng, okay, let me type this. Umabot ba kayo ng modeling ng ARIMA, GARCH, yan, ARIMA and GARCH? And no. Okay, I was expecting that kasi medyo advanced topics na yan. Okay, good. Again, good guys, I'm happy because it's always good to work with people na zero knowledge on a certain topic. So this one, time series analysis. And if time permits, sana, makuha natin itong multivariate time series analysis. So titingnan natin yung time natin. Kung maaalanganin tayo sa oras, uunahin natin itong panel data regression. Kasi yung panel data regression, combination na combination ng multiple regression at saka ng time series. Okay, so next meeting, i-install ko yung digital pen ko para makapagsulat ako while discussing. Okay, so you have what you have learned in your prior subject was that when you do multiple linear regression, okay, you generally use what we call cross-sectional data. Okay, can anybody please dali, saan ba ako magsusulat? Dito na muna ako magsusulat, ha? So, let me see if I can use, saan yung PowerPoint? Oh. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. Alright, dapat may digital pen ako. Nagapan ako nito. Okay. So, I was mentioning yung cross-sectional data. I'm writing here in in PowerPoint kasi hindi nakikita sa chat. Those who miss this class, hindi na makikita yung sinusulat ko. Okay, who among you are familiar or was this ever mentioned sa inyo, guys, na yung cross-sectional data? Again, paki-chat guys. Sorry kung if I keep on asking this question. Anyone who knows what cross-sectional data is? Was this explained in your FINTSAR? Chat please, yes or no? No, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Appreciate guys your feedback. Mention. Sophia, would you be able to, do you recall kung na-mention sa inyo kung ano yung cross-sectional data?
Parang di ko po sure kung yung parang details po, pero parang na-mention po dati.
Okay, sige. Thank you. Thank you, Sophia. Okay, sige. Explain natin ano yung cross-sectional data? Kasi dapat itong tatlong to, dapat we should know this by heart. No? The difference between cross-sectional data and time series data and panel data. Okay, see, Aeneas, thank you, Aeneas. What's cross-sectional data? Could you kindly share with you what you recall or what you know about this type of data?
Hi, sir. What I recall is that it's a set of observations at a given point in time. So
Okay.
while time series covers a lot more time. So I remember our professor using an example na if you have a tube, yung cross-sectional data, it's like horizontally cut since you have different observations at the same time, while time series data it's vertically cut. Observations span a certain amount of time.
Okay, that's a very good analogy, no? Although I'll just modify yung sinabi ni Aeneas a bit kanina na same observations on one time kasi minsan hindi same observations, no? But anyway, so let me thank you Aeneas, that's correct, no? So sabi ni Aeneas ito, okay, you're looking at several units. When you say units, pwedeng countries yan, no? So you're looking at the different countries, you're looking at data, no? You're looking at attributes, you're looking at characteristics. For example, gusto natin tingnan yung GNP, GDP, employment rate, inflation rate, mortality rate, birth rate, etc. of several countries in, say, ba't ganito ba't ayaw? Sige. At one point in time. Okay. So imagine, guys, all the countries of the world, ilang ba? 180 plus? I think 180 plus, I'm not sure. And then we're looking at GNP, GDP, employment rate, etc., etc., etc. in 2020. Yan, kunyari, no? 2020 lang. Okay? So you have several units, and that in our example, those are the countries, and then only in one point in time. So that type of data is called cross-sectional data. Okay? Cross-sectional data ang tawag doon. On the other hand, ang time series naman, as explained by Aeneas, sabi niya, ang time series is, okay, you have only one unit. So you're only looking at one unit. And this across several points in time. So ito, pinagbaliktad, no? Si cross-sectional data, you're looking at several countries, of course, one or many variables, pwede. and then only in 2020. Ang time series naman, let's just focus in the Philippines. Okay, only one country to, no? One country. So several countries. Okay, one country, and then let's say from 1970 hanggang 2020. Okay, this is 1970, 1970 to 2021. Yan. All right. Okay, so you can see the difference, no? Si cross-sectional data, maraming countries, isang point in time. Si time series naman, isang country lang across several time frames. And of course, yung dulo, duplicate natin to, hindi ko na lang dito panel data. Panel data. So si panel data will be several units, no? Several units, tapos, see. Okay, yan. Yan si panel data. Combination siya, no? So you have several units and then across several points in time. So of all the types of data, whether it's cross-sectional or time series or panel data, si panel data ang pinaka-robust. Kasi si panel data ang magpo-provide ng richer understanding of the data. Kasi you have now several countries at several points in time. Now, dalawang klase ito, no? Yung pwedeng ito, this can be what we call balanced, or it can be unbalanced. Anong difference itong balanced at saka unbalanced? Yung balanced, okay, so kunyari, 100 countries to. Kung present lahat ng 100 countries from 1970 to 2021, balanced yun. Okay, so present all countries, present in all years. No? Yan, balance ang tawag dyan. Of course, you know what unbalance means. No? Pag unbalanced, sometimes wala yung isang country. Sometimes yung isang country, nasa ano na lang, kunyari nasa 1990 na lang nagkaroon ng data. No? So pwede rin yun. No? And that's what we call an unbalanced panel data. We can still analyze that. Of course, maganda kung balance kasi mas ano siya, mas complete, tapos mas complete din yung pwede nating i-analyze doon. All right? So let me pause for a while. Any clear ba so far? Okay, paki-chat naman please kung clear so far yung pag-explain natin ng let me just put a line here para alam po kung saan. Yeah, thank you. Cross-sectional, time series, and panel data. Okay, very good. Thank you so much. And so in this subject, we're going to discuss all of them. So meron muna tayo sa multiple linear regression, meron tayong cross-sectional, and then magta-time series tayo, and then magpa-panel data regression tayo. This will be towards the end. And okay. All right, sige. So now let's go to sa modules so far. Okay. Ito yung modules, no? And then we will not be able to really watch or discuss all of this. Sabi ko, we will have to meet halfway. So let me just introduce some of these materials that I'm sharing with you. Okay, there are two videos here. These are videos which was made on March 28th of this year. So your assignment will be to look at this. Okay. Paki-panood ng video sa to guys, hindi na natin madi-discuss yan dito sa class. Okay, so let's start with the first one. Okay, I think let's open this. Okay, So dito sa unit na to, very quickly, actually, ano namin to sa FINTSAR, FINSTAD, no? This was our lesson in FINSTAD. So again, my students before, please bear with me. Advantage nyo na yun, na alam nyo na yung R&R Studio. But of course, we cannot really move forward without the others having at least a working knowledge of R. Okay, so kailangan, at the end of this session, you should be able to download, but not necessarily at the end of this session, pero dapat marunong na kayo mag-download ng R and R Studio sa machine nyo, whether it's a PC or a laptop or a Mac. Okay? You should be able to at least start navigating through the R environment, and you should be able to know how to use the R project, not project, R Studio. Okay? All right, and let's see kung aabutin natin si R Markdown. Okay, yun lang naman ng laman ng ng module 1, itong 1.1 na to. Parang introduction lang siya. All right, sandali . Okay, let me go back to the modules. Okay, paano ba i-download si R, no? Si R at saka si R Studio. Ayan, may instructions tayo dito. Installing R and R Studio. Okay, so short video clip to. A short video clip. But okay, I'll leave you to watch this, but let me just verbally introduce to you how to download R. Kasi kailangan natin, class, i-download both R and R Studio. Ang pinaka-software, the software is R. So, gamitin ko ulit ito. No? Insert slide. So, the software that we're using is R. Okay? Tapos, meron tayong tinatawag na R Studio, which is what we call an IDE. No? This is an integrated development environment. Okay, ano to? Ano tong integrated IDE na to? No? So explain natin yan as we go on. No? So unang-una si R. Now I leave you guys to try to research on the history of R. Saan ba nagsimula ito? Anong university ito nagsimula? O ano yung naging basis nito? So we will not have time to look at the history. I'll leave you to learn about it. I'm sure you'll be able to see so many references sa internet. But it's good to know. No? It's good to know at least kung saan ba nanggaling itong tool na to. Kasi if we're going to make use of this tool in our subject, syempre maganda na rin na alam natin yung history nito. So, si R yung software. Si R Studio is an environment that we use to help us use R. Kasi pwede natin gamitin si R lang. Kaso, yung interface siya hindi maganda. No? So, first, how do we install R? Pwede natin i-Google si CRAN. Okay? CRAN refers to the Comprehensive R Archive Network. So if we Google CRAN, yan ang unang lalabas sa Google natin ito. Yan. Right? The Comprehensive R Archive Network. So if we click this, ito na yung repository ng information about R. Yan, you can see here. And very easy. This is how you download R. Yan na. Download R for Linux, if that's your operating system, for Mac OS, if you're using a Mac, and for Windows. Okay? So, hindi ko na guys i-explain sa inyo kung paano i-download to. It's very easy to download that. Okay? And ang suggestion ko, pag na-download nyo na, mag-create kayo ng shortcut dito. You can see my screen. No? Ito. This is the logo of R. Yun. Okay? That's the logo of R. And you can find here several information. So, hindi tayo makukulangan ng information. Sobra-sobra nga. No? sobra-sobra. Okay, and there are ngayon ang pinaka version, ang latest version is R 4.2.1, no? R 4.2.1, and it's called, na-release lang siya nung June 23. So for my FinStud students, kung hindi pa ito yung latest version nyo, i-upgrade nyo na, no? It's called Funny Looking Kid. Si R, nag-update siya mga twice a year. Okay, so ito nung June, ano? So by December, meron na naman panibagong i-update niya. So it's easy to update, no? Okay, so if you're, for example, using Windows, i-click ko lang to, no? Download for Windows, then you will be given here instructions. Ayan, so base, okay? So install R for the first time, click nyo lang yan, and then follow the instructions. Okay? So that's very easy. I'm sure you'll be able to follow along. So pag na-download nyo na, mag-create kayo ng shortcut sa sa tab dito. Okay? So if you open R, okay, magbubukas ako ng R, ha? So pakita ko lang sa inyo. Ito yung R environment, no? Okay? It's not as good looking, pero you can perform. You can perform functions here. For example, sige, magpa-perform ako, ha. Kunyari, simple math, 335 times 3, random lang, no? Raised to the 345. 345 times 38796 raised to the 345. Hindi na nagkasya, infinite na. Siya ito kasi malaki, no? Hindi na kasya dun saan yan. Okay, but just wanted to illustrate to you that you can perform, yan, no? Natin dito. Okay. All right, so we will be navigating through our more this coming Friday, Friday. But you will have an assignment. You will have to watch the videos para mabilis tayo sa pagpunta sa main topic natin, which is regression. So this is the R interface. Okay? But we're not going to use R. And then ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo yung packages, no? Let me just click that. Okay, table of available packages sorted by date of publication. So currently, ang sabi dito 18,000 pala, no? 18,580 available packages. And what are packages? Packages are, sabi natin, these are codes created by different people. For example, ito. May find ba dito? Okay. Hindi siya alphabetical. Okay, as recently as September 5. Okay, yung September 5, ang daming nag-contribute sa R. Okay? Tapos yung pinasok to sa R as a package. Okay, so you can see there 18,580. Of course, hindi naman natin gagamitin lahat yan. For our purposes, siguro around 20 to 30, even 30 to 40 packages will be more than sufficient to perform our econometrics, no? Meron ng random survival forest accelerated. Okay, very interesting yung mga bagong dumadating na packages. Tingnan natin yung pinakauna. Okay, ito ba yung pinakauna? Parang hindi yata complete to. Kasi 2008, before 2008, meron na yata eh. Meron na, alam ko. So this was September 8, 2008. So sa list dito, ito na yung pinaka earliest, no? Kasi this is created chronologically. This is listed chronologically. So I hope I have convinced you enough that sobra-sobra tayo ng information. And then the manual R installation and administration, let's look at this. Okay, ito, no? Introduction to R, how to import data and export data in R. Okay, a draft of the R language definition, R internal. So ang dami guys, ang daming reference. For example, itong introduction to R. Okay, you can either get the HTML or PDF. HTML ko, tingnan natin Introduction to R. Yan. Okay, so konting class, konting basa. So yung preface nito, ang sinasabi nito, tells us about the R environment. Okay, it's an integrated suite of software facilities. Yan, integrated suite. How do I... Yan. Okay, so as we see here, integrated suite siya of software facilities for saan ginagamit? Data manipulation. Okay, so data science to, guys, business analytics, calculation, and graphical display. Among other things, it has, etc. It has a well-developed, simple, effective programming language called S. So si R nanggaling siya sa S language, which includes conditionals, loops, etc. Of course, may learning curve to. Ibig sabihin, it's not like Excel when you, kahit sa Excel man, sorry, kahit sa Excel, may learning curve din yan. When you open Excel, you don't automatically know Excel. You have to study, you have to use it in order to become familiar with it. Okay, so R and statistics. Okay, so there are a lot of information here. Okay, so as I said, class, we will not have the time to really go through this, but please, and for example, ito, vectors and assignments. Okay, so let me just explain this kasi nasa video natin to, yung video sa module natin yung dulo, yung data structures. Okay, so ito yung, if I go back to our module here, diba sabi ko sa module dito, please watch this bago mag Friday. You were able to watch this already. Okay, andi dito ba yung let me check kung andi dito yung file nito. Hindi, wala naman parang file to kasi hands-on to hands-on to na kayo yung gagawa, as I discuss. Right, so going back here, okay, yung video na yun dinidiscuss to. So this is what we call a vector. Vector to kasi collection lang siya ng mga objects na similar. Ito mga numbers, numbers to. Tapos itong C dito, ibig sabihin ito, combine. Okay? Tapos, ito, this one, ito yung makikita natin sa R. Ibig sabihin ito, a new line. Ito naman yung X, ito yung object natin. Tapos ito, this is called your assignment operator. So, it just means that this object, itong collection ng 10.4, 5.6, 3.1, 6.4, 21.7, we're going to give it a name. Kaya ang tawag sa kanya, okay, assignment, ito, assignment operator, and the name is X. Okay, so if I copy this, copy ko to Control C, tapos susulat ko siya dito. Kaya nakita niyo to guys, itong greater than sign na yun. Yan ang makikita natin sa R, Ibig sabihin, new line na yan. If I copy that, and then if I press Enter, ibig sabihin nun, meron ng object existing sa memory nito called X. So if I type X, plus 10. Okay, tingnan nyo, what happened? X plus 10, di ba yung X natin, itong 10.4, 5.6. So what happened? Dinagdagan na lahat ng X ng 10. 10.4 plus 10, naging 20.4. Okay? So that's the use of what we call vectors. Okay? So vector yon, no? Ang tawag dito, vector. Yung C simply means collection or combination. Okay. So another way to do it is assign. Pareho lang yan. Okay, so I would really encourage you to read through this and then panoodin nyo yung video. Okay, so dito lang, class, pag nag-navigate kayo dito, you will learn a lot already. Ito, this is another example. This is also a vector. Kasi, pero ito, character vector siya yun. Character vector. Kasi mga character siya. And pag character, you have to put it in quotes. Okay? So if I copy this and put this in R, it will now create this object called state. Okay, so let me just illustrate this. Control C. Ipasok ko ulit kay R dito. Control V. At yun nyo, no? Nagpa-plus-plus siya, ibig sabihin, continuation pa ng code natin. Pag in-enter ko siya, magpapanibagong ano na naman, no? Greater than sign. Okay, ibig sabihin, you already have an object state in the R environment. And then if I okay, so hindi, gawin natin. Let me renew that. Okay, I'll call this state na, no? State. Tapos, let me use class state. So I'm asking R, ano bang class ng object si state? Enter. So yan, sinasabi niya. State is a character vector. Yan. Okay, so okay, 10 minutes lang ako, no? Enough said. I want to now. So please go over this. Ito nga pala yung susunod na na objects are yung una vector, no? Tapos ito pangalawa, arrays and matrices. Okay, so these are the different objects that we can create in R. So this is very important to us kasi gagamit tayo ng mga objects sa R. So please navigate through this. Of course, I don't expect you to really master everything in one sitting, but at least have familiarity at the onset. Okay. Alright, pause muna ako, guys. Paki-chat please kung if so far my pace is fast or slow or what? Okay lang. Kasi hindi naman tayo sprint, hindi naman sprint yung class natin, no? This is a marathon, so we're here for the long haul. So, chat please, comment, feedback. Fast. Okay, thank you. All right. Okay. So, class, pag may nag-explain ako tapos medyo mabilis, no? So, please interrupt me or please ask me to repeat. Huwag kayo mahihiya, no? Please ask me to repeat a particular portion if you were not able to understand it. But what I'm saying here is that you are responsible. You are also responsible for your learning. Adult na tayo, no? So hindi na tayo elementary na kailangan spoon feed. Of course, when I discuss and pag may mga bagay-bagay na hindi clear sa inyo, please don't hesitate to ask. So yung mga binanggit ko ngayon, guys, we're not going to really really go deep into that. No? Kasi we will have to meet halfway, otherwise magiging ano na to, magiging parang FINSTAR na tong subject natin. Ang subject natin FINTSAR. So mag-allocate lang tayo ng this week navigating through R. Tapos siguro one more session next meeting. Tapos mag-regression na tayo, no? Kasi masyado ding tightly packed yung ano natin, yung subject natin. So please be responsible. Be responsible for your learning. Hindi masasayang yung investment nyo sa sarili nyo, no? Okay, hindi masasayang yung i-invest niyo ng mga minutes sa pagbabasa nito, at saka guys, sa YouTube. Ako, ano na, libo-libo na yung mga tutorials diyan. So, pick your choice, no? Pili na lang kayo doon. Basta ang importante, makahanap kayo. Nagbigay na ako, no, yung recording sa class dun sa canvas natin. It's really up to you to own the knowledge of this. No? So, ito lang yung tutorial dito sa R. Ang dami nyo nang matututunan dito. Okay, this already in itself. You can copy the codes here, okay, and then run it in R or R Studio. Okay, punta na tayo sa R Studio kasi I only have around 6 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes. Okay, now sabi natin importante si R kasi si R yung engine. Okay, however, if you look at the interface of R, hindi siya maganda. Unlike, buksan ko si R Studio. Unlike si R Studio, which is your integrated development environment. So we're going to use the R Studio in order to work with R. Now R Studio, you see here, class R Studio will not work if you don't have R. Okay? So hindi mag-work tong si R Studio kung, let me just fix this, yung ano ko, yung appearance ko, ayusin ko lang. Nais ko lang yung okay. Nag-restart na muna. Okay, sige, habang nag-restart siya, okay, how do you now install R Studio? Kasi kailangan natin install. You install R Studio after you install R. So R muna, no? So R Studio, just type R Studio, yan, no? R Studio download in Google. Yan, download the R Studio IDE. Di ba? Diyan si IDE. Okay, click this. And then you have here, download the R Studio IDE. Okay, go down. Tapos, ang pipili lang natin, ito. No? Yung free lang. Right? So if you download this, okay, let me see. Sa ilalim, okay, sa ilalim na lang, no? Download R Studio, okay, for Windows. Tapos, andito si Mac. Yan, Mac, no? If you're using Mac, andito na. Or if Ubuntu yung OS nyo, okay? All right, so follow through, guys. And then, once you have downloaded it, create na naman din kayo ng ng shortcut dito sa taskbar nyo dito. And then, see, I open this. All right. Then, let me just, since hindi pa kayo makakasunod kasi wala pa, no? So, ang version ko dito, our version 4.2.1. So, this was created nung June 23, 2022. Ang pangalan nga niya, Funny Looking Kid. Alright, so ito yung, so makikita natin, class, that actually apat yung nito, no? Yung, let me see. Apat yung pane niya. Yan. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is more convenient. It's easier to work with our studio. Okay, it's more navigable, and the results, for example, if I type here yung kanina 30 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I type that, okay. Okay, yung answer hindi lalabas sa script window, dito siya lalabas sa console. Okay? So, ang assignment nyo is medyo pasensya na kung medyo maraming assignment ng konti. I-paste nyo lang, class, unang-una, download R and R Studio. Okay? Pangalawa, try to learn how to navigate through this. Hindi natin gagamitin si R. No? Siyempre, si R, you have to download this kasi ito yung software. Parang sa kotse, ito yung engine. R is the engine. R Studio is just the dashboard. Okay? So without R, the R Studio will not work. So unahin yung i-download si R, tapos si R Studio. And then, dun sa canvas natin, maraming materials doon na pwede nyong tingnan. Okay? And kindly look at how to navigate through R Studio, ang gagamitin natin. Tapos dun sa balik lang ako sa canvas, and then we'll call it a day kasi time na. Sorry for a little extension. Wala pa naman extension. Okay? So, like ito, guys. Ito. Andyan yung how to install R and R Studio, may PDF dyan. And then, dito sa R, kasi iba't ibang klaseng R Studio, iba't ibang klaseng documents ang pwede natin gamitin dyan. Pakitinan nyo na lang kung ano si R Markdown kasi yun ang gagamitin natin. And then ito, may video dito. It would be good, class, if you go through this. Ito pala yung ito pala yung files na pwede nyo gamitin. So you can only open this if you already have your R Studio. Okay? Like it's an introduction to our video. You can also watch this nung March 21 to. All right. So let's stop for a while there, guys, kasi ang kagandahan ng Tuesday at saka Friday class is that we have more days, unlike yung Tuesday, Thursday, ang pagitan lang Wednesday. Ito Wednesday, Thursday, you have ample time to really navigate. So for those of you who were not under me in FinStud, please take it upon yourself as a challenge that by Friday, sana medyo na panood nyo na tong data types and data structures. And then nyo na siya, medyo you went through it, sinusundan nyo yung programming. Kasi guys, if you have done so on Friday, ready na kayo. Ready na kayo. Maybe not 100%, but ready na kayo 100% to face the challenges on Friday. Okay. All right. Okay, let me stop there. Stop recording ko na.